Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Cougar Sports Network for the home opener for Cougar softball here as we get ready for a doubleheader non-conference action between the Cougars and the Thunder of Wheaton College. Kayla McLeod on the call, joined by Eric Perry, as first pitch officially thrown at 2:31 p.m. A beautiful, beautiful day here in River Forest as Morgan Hofek on deck to pitch here for the Cougars, delivers ball 2.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day for a softball game. Nice 60 degrees out. Sun is shining as the Cougars taking on Wheaton, who's been on a little bit of a losing streak. They lost their last 6 during their venture down in Florida, so they're hoping to get back to their winning ways.
As that one just misses high for ball 3. Batting for the Thunder here, leading things off, number 8, Olivia Nahorniak, the senior out of Bristol, Wisconsin. Looking at a 3-0 count here. Takes that one in there for strike 1.
Nahorniak, far and away Wheaton's best batter, got a 400 batting average, leads the team with 10 hits. She is most of their offense, so she's hoping to get off to a good start for Wheaton today, get a hit, or at least take a walk to get on base.
As that one is soft grounder over to Smith at second for the easy first out of the day.
1 up, 1 down for the Cougs. And something that Wheaton's really struggled with this season so far is their hitting. They're batting 199 as a team, below the Mendoza line. They just haven't been able to get really much offense generated at all.
As Soleil Weaver now batting for the Thunder, looking to jump spark some things here, but takes strike number 1.
It's a great pitch, just caught the inside. Now I got a 1-0 count.
Cougars' first home game of the season, first game back in Illinois, might I add, as Weaver drops that one into shallow right field for a base hit to get things going.
And that hit by Weaver ties the amount of hits that Wheaton had in their last game. They only had 1 hit in their final Florida game against Marietta, so already some improvements over that game.
And that's going to bring up Abby Whitehead to bat for the Thunder as she takes ball 1 upstairs.
This is a Cougars pitching / catching combo that has not allowed very many stolen bases this season. Only 7 stolen bases throughout their first 8 games.
As that ball hit over to short, but a quick little scoop from Santos, looking to turn the double play, and they do! A big stretch from Lorenas to secure that out at first, and the Cougars get out of the inning just like that.
Lorenas almost had to do the splits to catch that throw, but she got it, and just like that, take the runner off first base and send us into the inning break.
So as these two teams exchange their half of the inning, we're going to take a quick break here on the Cougar Sports Network.
Welcome back here on the Cougar Sports Network. Jessica Gang here batting first for the Cougars. She's going to look at pitch number 1 go by for a strike. Kennedy Kemp pitching for Wheaton. Wheaton, who struggled heavily with their pitching. Gang thought about that one, but pulled back, still ended up being a strike, so now it'll be an 0-2 count for her. Again, Wheaton pitching has not been where they want it to be. They got a 5.21 ERA. They just have not been able to do very good when it comes to pitching and fielding outside of their 1 win this season. So they're hoping, again, they're out of Florida, back up, trying to get things going, as that's going to be ball 1, just a little bit outside. And Jess Gang got a .480 batting average for the Cougars, leads the team with 12 hits and 5 RBI. So that's going to be ball number 2 now. Get the count to an even 2-2. Cougars had a bit of a rough performance the last game in Florida. They lost 13-0 against Misericordia. So that ball's hit up, and pitcher can't make the catch, and Jess Gang is going to be safe at first base. Kemp dove for the ball, just hit it right off the end of her glove, and so that allowed Gang to get to first on an infield hit. Is now coming to the plate. We got number 8 for the Cougs. That'll be Caitlin Smith coming to bat. It's going to be ball 1. Catcher eyeing down Gang. Cougars have been a pretty good base stealing team this season. They're 11 for 13 on the base paths. Now Smith with the bunt attempt. And the not fielded clean. That's overthrown. And that's going to allow Gang to get to third. And Gang's going all the way home on the error by the fielding for Wheaton. And just like that, the Cougars jump out to an early 1-0 lead before Wheaton has even managed to record an out. Just an excellent bunt by Smith allowed Gang to get running. And then the error by the third baseman, Olivia Nahorniak, flew over the head of the first baseman. And Gang came all the way around from first to score.
Santos now at the plate for the Cougars. Takes that one outside for ball 1.
Going back to the last place, an excellent bunt by the Cougs to move the runner. And then the error allowed Gang to score all the way from first. Now Kemp trying to settle down here.
As Santos gets underneath that. Runner holding on the bag, but a shallow hit ball into center field. Hillier able to grab that one with ease.
Up to bat for the Cougars, number 30, Maya Lorenas.
You can definitely tell that Smith thought about running on that one, but ultimately just a little bit too short for her to get a good jump and beat any potential throw from the center fielder. So she's staying at second now with 1 out on the board.
As that one off the bat of Lorenas. Looked like she was checking her swing, but still made contact nonetheless. Sent that one foul along the first base line.
Yeah, it definitely looked like she tried to pull back at the last second, but just wasn't able to fully do so.
She connected that one, sends a line drive right at the first baseman. And Paige Andrews able to grab that one with ease.
Yeah, Andrews didn't even have to move for that one. She just had to get her glove up in front of her head. Just like that, there's now 2 outs on the board for Wheaton, trying to minimize the Cougar damage here in the first inning and leave the first with only a 1-0 deficit.
As this one popped into right field, and Whitehead able to grab that one in for the out. So Thunder getting out of the inning rather quickly, but not without some damage done. The Cougars really capitalizing on the mistakes and being able to put the first run up in the bottom of the first is always a good sign.
Oh, definitely. It was just a great sequence of events. Gang got the short infield hit that just went right off the glove of the pitcher, and then the bunt was put down by Caitlin Smith and wasn't fielded cleanly. The throw went right over the first baseman's head and allowed the Cougs to jump out to a 1-0 lead here early.
Absolutely, and as the teams were going back into their dugout after that inning, you could see them all kind of huddle up along the third base dug out. The Thunder kind of collected themselves, regrounding. It's still early in the game, and being able to kind of work past a mistake like that is going to be key for this squad to be able to come back and fight after giving up an early run.
Yeah, definitely. It's only a 1-0 deficit, and it's only the first inning. They still have plenty of chances to come back in this game and win it. They just have to not get too hurried and rushed when facing the early deficit.
And that's going to bring Andrews up to bat for the Thunder. As she takes that one inside for ball 1.
Morgan Hofek got out of the first inning with only 1 hit. Had a ground out and then a double play end the inning, hoping to keep the momentum rolling here in inning number 2.
As that one misses high for ball 2.
Just a little bit high. It was good. It was right down the middle, just a little bit above the strike zone.
This one misses in a similar spot. Thought that it had a little bit more of a drop on it, but a quick 3-0 count here in favor of Andrews.
Hofek's fallen behind a few times in the counts already, but just managed to get it back ahead. That is going to be ball number 4, though.
So runner on base for the Thunder, but looks like we might be getting a pinch runner here. I believe Megan Mosier, if I can read that number correctly. Yes, so Mosier now running at first for Andrews.
Coach Amanda Fazzari for Wheaton deciding that it's a better decision to put in Mosier for Andrews. Gives them the best chance to get some runs. As they already got a runner on base with no outs here in inning number 2.
That ball misses high for ball 1. Gang behind the plate, checking on Mosier over at first on that. Took a hearty jump on the pitch.
Yeah, Mosier was ready to go, but Gang pulled in it quickly and stared her down.
That one in there for strike 1.
And coming off the back of 5 straight balls, that strike may be just what Hofek needs to kind of settle down and get back to the shape that she was in the first inning.
Mosier 1 for 2 on stolen bases so far this season, so a good check once again from Gang, holding the runner where she's at as that ball missed low.
Hofek now facing a 2-1 count.
That one in there for strike number 2.
That was just a beautiful strike by Hofek, just right down the middle. Just right down the middle. Wheaton's batter didn't even bat an eye at it, just watched it go by.
2-2 count here. That ball off the hand of Hofek, a little bit strange. So a full count now here.
Yeah, it definitely looked like that one just kind of got away from Hofek as she was throwing it. Didn't get really a good grip right at the end, so just kind of sailed out and high.
As this ball swung at off the handle of the bat, but keeping her at-bat alive is Figueroa after taking a hack at that one.
Figueroa liked the look of that one. Just wasn't able to get good contact. Like you said, just went straight off the handle and a foul.
As this one fouled back.
So now it's holding on a full count. Figueroa fouled the last 2 straight pitches off after watching the first 4 go by.
Three-two count here for Figueroa. Takes that one in there for ball 4.
Hofek tried to come back on that count, tried to get Figueroa to chase with a bit of a low one, but Figueroa did not bite. Now Wheaton's got runners on first and second with no outs. Got a meeting at the mound now to try to get Hofek to calm down, get her back in the field. She had a very productive first inning. It was 3 up, 3 down off the back of a double play ball. So now she's trying to settle down a bit, move past the shaky start to this second inning, and just recenter focus. Is now Mia Reinhardt for Wheaton's coming up to bat. And Wheaton's not a great hitting team, so if you're the Cougs, you want to minimize the amount of free trips on the base pass you give them. That pitch is also just going to be a little bit high for Hofek, and that's an early ball 1. Mosier still eyeing, threatening to go if she gets the opportunity.
But you can't see third base.
That is going to be a strike for Hofek, and Nice got the nice pitch, got the inside corner, making it a 1-1 count here. Now with the runners on second and third, you got an out everywhere but home. Got a double play ball, maybe even a triple play ball if the circumstances are right. That's going to be high and inside for Hofek. Give a 2-1 count to Reinhardt. Hofek now trying to settle down as the wind's kind of picking up a little bit here. Great pitch by Hofek. Got Reinhardt to swing and miss, and now it's a 2-2 count. That one's popped straight up and I believe out of bounds. Missed the car here on Division Street. Luckily for whoever's parked on this street at this time of day.
Not adding a count to the car counter yet here, Eric, as that ball just missed that passing car. Hofek sends that one a little bit high and away for a full count here.
And Hofek wanting to get this out here. You really don't want to load the bases with no outs.
As that ball is swung on once again, sent out of play on Division Street.
Just missed the gray. I think that's a Kia. So no harm done here on the first 2 fouls to Division Street.
Here on the campus of Concordia University of Chicago, the wonderful Cougar softball field, unfortunately placed right next to a busy street, but that ball is hit into right field. Tracking it is Stroll. Tagging up and getting safely to third is Mosier. So a sac fly there to move the runners around and officially put one away.
Mosier showing why it was the right call for Wheaton coach Amanda Fazzari to put her in as pinch runner earlier. Now they got runners. Wheaton's got runners on the corners with only 1 out, just 90 feet away from tying this game up early.
Brown now hits that one right back to Hofek. Hofek checking Mosier at third. Mosier immediately jumped, and Hofek a quick look back before getting the out at first and putting 2 away.
Yeah, Hofek just checked Mosier at third and then tossed it to Lorenas at first for the out. Now Wheaton's got runners on second and third, but also 2 outs.
That ball swung on, sent foul once again.
Went straight into the net. So now Hofek's got a 1-0 count. The 0-1 count here. Misses to make it 1-1. Just a little bit high for Hofek. Kennedy Kemp was just happy to watch that one go by.
High and away for ball number 2.
Pitch almost the exact same spot as the first one, maybe just a tad bit more outside, but same result. Both were high balls, so now, like you said, 2-1 count for Kemp.
That one swung on, popped into right field. Schroll getting under it and able to get the out. Gets the Cougars out of the inning with no damage done despite having runners on second and third. So a great outing there from Hofek to just make the batters hit the ball, put the ball into play, and let your fielders do the work. And being able to get out of that inning is a huge feat for Hofek.
Oh, definitely. You can tell Hofek started off, her control wasn't right where she wanted it to be. Threw 5 straight balls at one point, but in the end managed to settle down with 2 runners on base. Managed to get a fly out, a ground out, and another fly out to get the Cougs out of inning number 2 with no damage done.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take a quick break here on the Cougar Sports Network, but don't go anywhere as we have the bottom of the second coming up. Cougars on top as we come back on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, bottom of the second, CUC on top 1-0. Melissa Hajik at the plate takes that one for ball 1.
Melissa Hajik leads the Cougs in RBIs with 6. She's been a good batting presence so far for them this season. She's also going to just watch that one go a little bit outside for ball 2.
Two-0 count here. Hajik thought about swinging on that one, lets it go low and away for ball 3.
Just a little bit low and outside. Kemp thought she might have scratched the corner there, but did not.
And a 4-ball walk for Hajik, who's going to put Mykyler Morris at the plate for CUC.
And Wheaton pitching has struggled a little bit this season with allowing walks. In their last game against Marietta, they allowed 5 walks. That helps Marietta beat them 4-0.
She takes that one low for ball 1.
Now that's going to be 5 straight balls by Kemp to start the bottom of the second inning.
Connects with that one, sends it into the 6-hole, rolling all the way back to the fence. Hajik is rounding. She's staying at third. A stand-up double for Mykyler Morris. Puts 2 runners in scoring position quickly.
That was just a great hit by Morris. Was just out of reach of the shortstop, Abby Brown, for Wheaton, and ended up going, like you said, all the way back to the wall, and that allowed Morris to get stand-up double and move Hajik to third base.
Lindley Southern now at the plate for the Cougars. She takes that one in there for strike 1.
Southern got 2 runners in scoring position with no outs yet on the board, hoping to increase this Cougar lead.
As that ball is hit hard right back at Kemp. And Hajik is going to score on it, but Kemp is still down slowly getting back to her feet. A hard hit ball off the bat of Southern.
Yeah, Southern just sent a line drive straight at Kemp's foot. She went down immediately, didn't even have a chance to field the ball, and that allows the CUC to increase their lead to 2-0.
Kemp back on her feet, moving a little bit slow. Coaching staff and CUC athletic trainer Sam Galicia out on the field taking a look. Runners on the corner bags for the Cougars. Morris on third, Southern on first, and that's going to bring Ashley Schroll to the plate for CUC.
Schroll's been great for the Cougs so far this year, especially on the mound through a no-hitter down in Florida, as now she comes to the plate to try to score the runner from third.
So Schroll now at the plate, operating with no outs.
No outs and runners on the corners, hoping to get the Cougar League to 3 or 4, maybe 5. She hits a homer.
That one in there for strike one. That one hit straight back up the middle of the field, right back at Kemp. Fortunately able to get out of the way on that one. And that's going to score another run for the Cougars and move Southern to second.
Yeah, Kemp just dodged that one right out of the way. Left it for the second baseman to make a play on, who did not end up heading to the outfield. So like you said, Southern moves to second, runner goes to home, and the Cougs are still up 3-0, but still no outs here in inning number 2.
Gang at the plate for the Cougars takes that one low for ball one. CUC operating with a lot of momentum right now off of back-to-back hits.
And this is who you want coming up to bat right now. Gang's got a .480 batting average, leads the team with 12 hits.
As that ball is hit high into center field, Hillier calling for it, able to glove it and hold Southern at second. So one down here, and that's going to bring Caitlin Smith up to the plate for CUC.
May have taken 5 batters, but Wheaton finally able to get an out. Now they're just trying to do damage control and make so that the Cougs can only leave this inning with a 3-0 lead.
As this one in the dirt for ball one. Southern a big jump at second, but great work from Figueroa to keep that ball in front of her and not let the runners move.
You could tell that if that ball got past Figueroa, Southern was going.
That ball just foul along the third base line. So a 1-1 count.
Smith coming up again. Still have Cougars in scoring ready to score. She's going to watch that one go high.
As that ball popped high, tracking it down and getting under it was second baseman, tracking it into the grass. So had 3 fielders coming in to grab it, but quickly now 2 outs. Santos at the plate.
Santos trying to increase this Cougar lead, trying to get Southern home from second base. That one just caught the inside corner for the strike number 1. Tried to find the same spot, but on the opposite side of the plate, but was not able to clip it.
Santos looks at that one low for ball 2.
Kemp struggled a lot with control here in inning number 2. She seems to have gotten a better hang of it here with the last few batters as that one gets away.
So Schroll and Southern making their way to second and third off of that loose ball.
Now they got 2 runners in scoring position. A big gap between.
Santos sends that one straight back to first, but able to grab it was Andrews and get the final out of the inning. But the Cougars do some more damage as they go up 3-0 as we head to the top of the third. Don't go anywhere here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, Hofex still pitching for the Cougars. At the plate for the Thunder is Isabel Hillier, who takes strike 1.
Hofek hoping that the control issues she started inning number 2 with are now totally gone. That foul goes directly into the net here on the first baseline.
Apologize for some technical difficulties on the Cougar Sports Network here. Some internet issues cutting in and out, but that ball hit foul. Tracking it down in foul territory was Caitlin Smith to be able to grab that out and quickly put one away.
Yeah, Smith had to go on a bit of a run there, but she eventually caught it near the net, and that's 1 down for the Cougs.
Now to bat, number 8, Olivia Nahorniak.
Nahorniak now at the plate for the Thunder. She swings the first pitch she sees. Santos able to glove it and get the throw over in time. Quickly 2 away.
2 up, 2 down for Morgan Hofek so far in the top of the third. Is now Wheaton's hoping that Soleil Weaver can come in and get someone on base. Just get some momentum on their side.
Now batting is Weaver, who takes that one high and away for ball 1. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, once again, apologize for some technology issues. The home opener here in River Forest. Weather picking up a little bit as it gets a bit windier, but quick 1 out here as she takes strike number 1. Campos sitting with a 1-1 count.
It's a good pitch by Kemp, just right on the outside line of the strike zone. Lost a little bit of control on that one, though. At the start of inning number 2, we saw Kemp really struggle with her control. She gave up 2 straight walks, then several hits. As now that ball's also a little bit high, making just a 3-1 count here on Alyssa Campos.
As that ball is hit into right field, but able to come in and grab it was Whitehead to quickly put 2 away.
That was a good hard hit by Campos, but unfortunately Whitehead was just able to move and get in front of her, get her glove out before it dropped. Get out number 2 and hopefully get Wheaton out of this inning without any runs being scored by the Cougs.
That ball drops low for ball 1.
Good eye by Hajik to just watch it go down. Thought for a second might lift, but instead it just fell low for a ball.
That one in there for ball number 2.
Kemp went low the first time, high the second time. Now she's hoping that pitch number 3 will be in the strike zone, or at least that she'll get Hajik to chase.
That ball is swung on and popped up into the infield. So a quick 3 outs for the Thunder is exactly what they needed to keep themselves alive in this game. So as we head to the top of the 4th, we're going to take a quick break here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, top of the 4th. Hofek still pitching for the Cougars. She delivers that one in there for strike number 1.
That was a beautiful pitch by Hofek. She had a bit of a rough start to the game with control, but in inning 3, she really got it back and just was in the zone, was in the groove, and is hoping to continue that here.
That ball in the dirt for ball 1.
Looked like it escaped her hand a little bit earlier than she planned on.
That ball hit on, sent foul, and over the top of the Cougar dugout for the 1-2 count now.
As Livy Figueroa, the catcher for Wheaton, trying to get on base and get some momentum on Wheaton's side and allow them to finally break the 0 that's in the run column for him right now.
That ball hit into the infield. Santos over at shortstop, able to glove it, get the throw over to Lorenas in time to quickly put 1 away.
Just a good stretch by Lorenas to make the grab and retire the first batter here in the top of the 4th.
So 1 out now as that first pitch is swung on by Figueroa, sent foul. So the 0-1 count.
And again, Wheaton's just hoping to get some base runners, get some runs, just break into this Cougar lead and get the momentum back on their side in a game that has been very Cougar heavy thus far.
That ball in the dirt, rolling and hitting Figueroa. So Figueroa taking a free base.
And at this point, Wheaton's just happy to get someone on the base path. They've struggled with it so far in this game. They got 3 hits, but haven't been able to do anything with them. So now they're just hoping that Figueroa's on first. Maybe this will be the start of some good things here in inning number 4 for the Thunder.
Head coach of the Cougars, Sarah O'Malley Fisher, coming out to have a quick chat with Hofek, but resettling her quickly as Thunder now with 1 runner on first. That's going to bring up Mia Reinhardt.
Hoping Reinhardt can move the runner into scoring position.
That ball misses away for ball 1. This ball upstairs for ball 2. A quick 2-0 count here for Reinhardt.
Yeah, it looks like Hofek's trying to paint the outside of the zone, trying to get Reinhardt to chase, but so far she is not biting.
As that ball misses upstairs for ball 3. A big jump from Figueroa at first. And Gang thought about throwing down, but instead sent it right back to Hofek.
And Gang is a force behind the plate. She's thrown out 4 runners already this year.
As that one hits for strike number 1.
On that pitch, you can tell Hofek finally found the spot she was aiming for. That was just right on the outside line of the strike zone. It was just watched it go by.
Swing and a miss. Strike number 2 for Reinhardt. And quickly, Hofek has gotten herself back into this count, 3-2.
Yeah, Reinhardt had a count that favored her. It was 3-0. With those last 2 pitches, it's a full count, and Hofek's just trying to retire her.
That ball misses away for ball 4, so that will move the runners and put runners on first and second for Abby Brown at the plate. But head coach of the Cougars, Sarah O'Malley Fisher, coming out, and it does look like we're going to see a pitching change. So Alyssa Campos sliding in to pitch for CUC, the right-handed freshman from California.
Yeah, Cougars have been cruising pretty easily through the first 3 innings, but now they got runners on. But now Wheaton's got runners on first and second with only 1 out. So Coach O'Malley Fisher is gonna make a change to try to keep the damage at 0.
So as Campos gets her warm up in, we're gonna take a quick breather here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, first pitch thrown from Campos in there for strike number 1.
Abby Brown just watched it go by.
That ball hit and connected, sent out to the outfield, but foul along the left field line. So taking a look at the final stat line for Morgan Hofek, 3.1 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, 3 walks. She faced 15 batters in her 3 and some change innings pitched. So a good outing for the sophomore as that ball misses low and away for ball 1.
You can tell that Abby Brown thought about taking a swing at that one. She was leaning for it and then had to just pull her bat back and watch it hit the dirt. That
ball connected but sent foul over the right field line sent towards the Wheaton dugout. But some good contact made there from Brown.
It's now 2 foul balls that Brown sent down that left field foul line. She's just hoping that sooner or later she'll be able to keep one in and get it over the head of the third baseman for the Cougs, Melissa Hajik.
That ball misses.
The foul by Brown just went straight back here at us in the booth. As now she's coming back again with a 1-2 count. Showing bunt, but pulling back into a regular hit. Barely got a tip on that one. That's going to be fielded. Got her out at first, but she did manage to move the runners to second and third. So now Wheaton has runners in scoring position with 2 outs as Kennedy Kemp, the pitcher for Wheaton's, coming into bat. I'm just going to take a quick moment to brush off the plate. Got a little bit of dirt on it with that hit. Kemp, who's given up 3 runs to the Cougs thus far, 2 of which were earned, is now hoping to give herself some help and get at least one of the 2 runners in scoring position home. As she drills that one, that's going to center field, but it's going to be fielded cleanly, by I believe Mykyler Morris, and just like that, Alyssa Campos comes in, gets the 2 outs, and we're heading in to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still, Concordia is holding on to a 3-0 lead, hoping that here in the bottom of inning number 4 they can increase that lead. So it was a good decision by Coach O'Malley Fisher to make the pitching change. Hofek did a good job through the first 3 and the third, and then Campos came in with runners on first and second, got the 2 quick outs. And now as the 2 teams head into the inning breaks, we'll also take a break here too on the Cougar Sports Network.
Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, bottom of the 4th, Mykyler Morris now hitting for the Cougars. Still dishing on the bump for the Thunder is Kennedy Kemp, who delivered that one away for ball 1.
Yeah, Morris was content to just watch that one go a little bit high above the strike zone.
That one fielded cleanly, and on a close call, able to get the out. Gracie Rockness at second, a little bit off balance, but still got the throw in time to get out number 1, and that's going to bring Lindley Southern back to the plate.
It looked like Rockness was sliding a little bit as she went to throw it, but still was able to get a good enough throw to the first baseman to get the runner.
As that ball misses for ball 1.
Last time she was up, Lindley Southern sent a rocket right back at the foot of Kemp. Scored the runner from third.
Southern with the 1-0 count here. Takes that for strike 1.
It's a good pitch by Kemp to just find the strike zone and get it back to a 1-1 count. Hoping to continue the trend in the last few innings of staying solid on the mound. So that's just going to be a ball in the dirt. Make it a 2-1 count here on Southern.
So the 2-1 count here. Kemp delivers that one high. Excuse me, that was a 3-1 count. So Kemp delivered that high for ball 4.
And Southern's just going to take the walk to first. So now she's got a walk on the day and an RBI single on the day.
As that's going to bring Ashley Schroll back up to the plate for the Cougars.
She's going to call time for a sec to get a sign from their third base coach.
She swings the first pitch she sees, drops it into shallow right field, almost making the play at first, but Schroll got there safely after a really good throw from Whitehead. Almost beat Schroll.
Yeah, that was a fantastic play from Whitehead. Schroll only beat that by half a step, and you don't usually expect that for balls that are hit into the outfield. But still, Cougars got runners on first and second with only one out. This is now Jessica Gang coming up to bat.
Gang takes that one right down the middle for strike number one.
Looks like she wishes she could have that one back. She just watched it go by, but she could have drilled that one.
As that one misses just outside for ball one.
As the catcher, Figueroa for Wheaton takes a quick sec to confer with the umpire.
As that one is swung on and popped into shallow right field. Tracking it is Whitehead. Almost a collision there, but successfully able to glove it for out number two and holding the runners where they are.
It looked like Rockness almost ran into Whitehead, but then at the last second swerved around her. Whitehead made the easy catch in the sun. Got two outs now, trying to make sure that these base runners are just left on base.
As that ball is swung on and into the netting, but unable to grab it. So a new life here for Smith. The 0-1 count.
Looked like Nahorniak might have just kind of lost that one in the sun. She ran into the net, and then it just kind of landed a little bit behind her.
As that misses for ball one.
1-1 count now on Smith, hoping to get the runner, score the runner that's in scoring position.
As that ball misses away for the 3-1 count.
That was just a little bit high and just barely outside.
As that ball is sent right back to Kemp. Easily gets the throw over and gets the Thunder out of the inning, holding the runners on base for the Cougars. But CUC still on top as we head to the top of the fifth inning. Don't go anywhere here on the Cougar Sports Network.
That first swing by number 21, Isabel Hillier, is going to be caught right at the netting for out number one. First baseman, number 30, Maya Lorenis, just went right over and grabbed it. And that's one pitch, one out here in the top of the 5th inning. Or sorry, that was not out. It was just strike. Sorry, my bad. As now Isabella Hilliard had to duck to avoid that one. As 1-1 count here by Alyssa Campos. Hit that one to right field. That's going to be fielded nice and easily by the right fielder, number 2, Callie Tierney. So now there's officially one out away. Bringing up number 8 for Wheaton, Olivia Nohorniak, their best hitter. She's been a little bit quiet today, hasn't been able to really get anything started for the Thunders. They still have yet to score a run today. So that's going to be a ball low for Campos. Nohorniak's 10 hits lead the Thunder, as does her 400 batting average. Hoping to just get a good hit and get on base now and maybe spark something in the Thunder batting orders. That's a nice inside pitch by Campos for strike number 1, make it a 1-1 count. Pitch you couldn't see. And hacked right back near the GoPro here on the backstop. So now it's going to be a 1-2 count for Nohorniak. She takes a sec to take some swings, try to figure out the right spot to make good contact and hit a fair ball that's not directly at one of the Concordia fielders. And a reach by the first baseman of the Cougs. She got it, had to stretch for the throw from the shortstop, number 15, Arissa Santos, but she retired. Horniak, bit of a weird pitch for Nohorniak to swing. She really kind of reached for that one. It was not a great pitch. Almost made the most of it, but the throw from Santos just beat her by a step. As that ball looks like it's going to be just a tad bit high to number 2, Soleil Weaver. Again, Wheaton's just not a great hitting team. They're batting 199 on the year. As Weaver watched that one, ref called it a strike right on the inside line. Weaver cast a glance to her dugout, suggesting that she did not agree with that call, but nevertheless, it's a 1-1 count for Weaver. Drives that one to center field, and that one is going to drop, and it's going back to the wall. Throw from the center field is going to try to catch her at second. And she is just going to beat the throw. Center fielder for the Cougs Michaela Morris tried to gun her down as she was coming into second base, but Weaver managed to beat it by about a step, and for the first time in a while, the Thunder have a runner in scoring position. So now they got number 24, Abby Whitehead, coming up. She's got the most RBI for the Thunder on the year. As that first pitch to her is going to be a little bit outside for ball number 1. Whitehead, second in batting for the Thunder. She's got a .318 batting average, 7 hits and 5 RBI. And she hits that one up. It's heading towards left field. It's going to end up just being caught for out number 3, and that's going to end the inning as the Cougs, despite Wheaton getting a base runner, managed to escape the inning with no runs scored. And now as Wheaton comes again to take the field for the bottom of inning number 5, we're going to take a quick break here on the Cougar Sports Network. as Arissa Santos coming to bat for the Cougs. She's going to watch that first pitch come in a little bit low. Hoping to increase the Cougar lead here. They got a 3-0 lead, but, you can never have too many insurance runs. She's going to watch that one go high. So Kennedy Kemp still in this game. She's a starting pitcher for the Thunder, still pitching here in the bottom of the 5th. That first pitch went low. Second pitch went high. She's still trying to find the strike zone. As that ball is going to be right off the edge of Santos's bat, straight back here at the backstop. So that's going to make it a 2-1 count for Santos. Santos preparing for the incoming pitch. And she sends another foul ball back. This one not as straight back, a little bit back and to the right. That quickly makes it a 2-2 count. And one thing about this Concordia team, they do not strike out. If they get out, they are going down swinging. As she sends that one, that's going to be out. And, right off the side of a passing Toyota minivan. They're going to have to pay to buff that one out. But Santos keeps her at bat alive as we can finally add one to the hit car column. Kemp wanted that one. She thought she had it, but I think the ump's calling it a little bit inside. Makes this a full count now on Arissa Santos, the first batter here in the bottom of the 5th. She sends that one right back at the pitcher. It's off Kemp's glove, and the third baseman came running over. But she couldn't pitch. She couldn't throw it around Kemp. Sorry. No, Horniak came rushing in to make the throw, but Kemp was just kind of in the way, so that delayed the throw and allowed Santos to be safe at first base. And now that's going to bring up number 30, Maya Lorenas for the Cougs. She leads the Cougs in batting average. She's got a .588 batting average, which is just incredible. She shows bunt, but that one just goes straight back for a foul ball. So that's going to be strike number 1 for Lorenas. She comes back in trying to get another hit in the hit column, get her to 11. And she's going to watch that one. Going to be just, from this angle, look like just a tad outside, I want to say. Making it a 1-1 count on Lorenas. And Kemp's gotten past her initial struggles at the start of this game, but still hasn't been able to pitch perfectly. And that's a well laid down bunt by Lorenas. The throw from the third baseman does get Lorenas, but it moves Santos to second base. I believe it was Horniak that fielded the bunt and threw it to Paige Andrews at first. But still, Arissa Santos is standing on second base with only 1 out. And coming up to the plate, Alyssa Campos. Campos came in at pitching for the Cougs after 3 1/3 innings pitched by Morgan Hofek. That first pitch by Kemp's going to be a little bit low. Campos now trying to give herself a little bit more insurance runs here. Again, she's been pitching fantastic this afternoon, but hey, more runs you have, never hurts. And she drills that one to center field. Center field is running to get over, and it makes the catch. And that's going to be Alyssa Santos, is going to be safe at second. She just had to get back. Actually, I believe that was the left field. Yeah, it was the left fielder for the Thunder that got under it. Soleil Weaver tried to gun down Santos at second, but Santos beat it by a step. As now we got Melissa Hajik coming to bat. She sends that one into center field. That gets down cleanly. Santos is coming around to score, and that's going to increase this Cougar lead. Melissa Hajik sent the first pitch she saw straight into center, scoring Alyssa from second, and this Cougar lead is now 4-0. I'm just going to take a quick moment to dust off home plate. Is now coming up to bat for the Cougs is number 17, the center fielder, Mikyler Morris. So yeah, that last hit, just a beautiful hit by Hajik. First pitch she saw she liked, She sent it to center field, where it just kind of ended up rolling to the wall. Eventually, the center fielder, Isabel Hillier, managed to grab it, but not before the run scored from second base.
Back to the Cougars, number 17, with Kyler Morris.
Kyler Morris now's got a runner on first and 2 outs. As she likes that one, she hits it, popped up, going down the right field line. And that's settled under by the right fielder, Abby Whitehead, to finish off the 5th inning. So Cougars leave a runner on base, but they do get one on the scoreboard as they now take a 4-0 lead into the top of inning number 6. And as the Cougs take the field and the Thunder get ready to bat, we'll take a quick break here on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back here on the Cougar Sports Network to the top of the 6th inning. Cougars holding on to a 4-0 lead. Is now Paige Andrews, the first baseman for the Thunder, coming on to just try to make something happen. They got 4 hits on the day, but no runs out of it. Slices that one straight at the third baseman, Melissa Hajik. She barely had to move for that one, just moved her glove a little bit to the right. And 1 pitch, 1 out here for Alyssa Campos in inning number 6. As now that's going to bring up number 13, Livy Figueroa, the catcher for the Thunder. First pitch is right down the middle. Figueroa just watched it go by. And again, they haven't been able to really do much offensively today. Again, 4 hits, but no runs out of them. As the second pitch to Figueroa is also a strike. It looked like it might drop a little lower, but ended up being in the strike zone. Immediately getting Figueroa to an 0-2 count. That one's going to be a little bit high, and so that's going to make it a 1-2 count on Figueroa. You can tell Campos, she went middle of the strike zone, pitch 1, went low, pitch 2. She was trying to find the top of that strike zone with pitch number 3, but it just sailed a little bit on her. This is now Figueroa trying to stay alive in her at-bat. Is that one's just going to be way too low, going to end up hitting the dirt well in front of home plate and kind of rolling. Looked like it might have gone off Campos' fingers a little bit earlier than she wanted, just a little bit of an early release there. Now Figueroa's got a 2-2 count, trying to, again, stay alive. And that's going to be an inside pitch. And just like that, Campos started off with 2 straight strikes to Figueroa, but now it's a full count, 3-2. As really, Wheaton just wants a base runner. They just want someone to get on base who hopefully they can start making something happen and get some hits and get the runner around. And that pitch is going to drill Figueroa in the back. She managed to turn in time, but it still hit her right in the back, maybe a little bit by her right shoulder blade. So now Campos is just trying to shake it off, get her control back with her, and take care of business here. As coming up to the plate is number 18, Mia Reinhard for the Thunder. She's got a runner on first, trying to move said runner into scoring position if she can, and just give the Thunder a chance to get some runs on the board. She swings at that first pitch, but it is just a shot straight foul down the third base line. So it's a 0-1 count here for Reinhard. She gets ready for the second pitch from Campos. And that one's also going to be drilled down the left field line. A little bit harder that time, but still foul over the left field fence. Might have gone into the kid's playset over there, but nevertheless, it's an 0-2 count for Reinhardt as she tries to move the runner at first. Ooh, and she hits that one. That's going to right field. Easily fielded by the right fielder for the Cougs, number 2, Callie Tierney. She only had to take a few steps forward. And Figueroa just had no chance to run on that one, so she chose wisely to remain at first, and now there's 2 away here. As the Thunder just again trying to manage to score one of their runners for the first time today. As Abby Brown just watches that one go by for ball number 1. Brown looked like she wanted to take a swing at that one, but ended up holding off. Proved to be the wrong decision as the ump called that one a strike, and that's quickly a 1-1 count here on Abby Brown. Pitch by Campos looked like it was heading inside. And that's a pitch to almost the exact same spot for strike number 2 on Abby Brown, making it a 1-2 count, and Campos just needing one more out to get out of this inning and strand the Thunder runner at first. She's going to walk back a little bit, maybe adjust the pitch call for what she wants to do here with a 1-2 count on Brown. That's going to end up being in the dirt. Again, didn't have the proper release for that one, so it makes it a 2-2 count. Figueroa thought about heading to second on that one, but ultimately decided against it. She figured Gang would probably throw her out. Brown shows bunt, pulls back, swings, and sends that one straight foul to the left field, down the left field line. Campos again trying to get Brown out and retire the Thunder here in the top of the 6th inning. That's a high pitch. Brown just kind of had to lean backwards out of that one, and that's going to make it a full count. Last time Alyssa Campos had a full count, she plunked Figueroa on the shoulder and got her to first, so now she's hoping that she can get the job done here against Brown. As Brown's again showing bunts, and that's going to be in the dirt. Going to be ball number 4. Is going to put Brown on first and move Figueroa to second. As now it looks like the infield's going to come in to talk to Campos, just kind of help her refocus and center herself. Cougs got 2 outs. They only need to get one more. But still, Thunder threatening. They got a runner in scoring position and a runner on first to boot. So while a home run here wouldn't tie the game, it would put the Thunder within 1. So you want to make sure your pitch calls are just the way you want them here. So now we got number 22, the Kennedy Kemp, coming up to bat. Again, Kemp's been pitching all day for the Thunder, and she's just trying to give herself some help, trying to cut this deficit. So that one by Campos is going to be a little bit high. Cam's been a bit of a shaky day. She's given up 4 runs, 3 of which were earned. And her control's just kind of been everywhere. She settled down recently, but gave up a run in the bottom of the 5th to the Cougs. That one's going to be inside, and Gang went to try to get Abby Brown at first, but Brown just managed to slide back in. Make it a 2-0 count here on Kemp. There's now Campos trying to settle down, get her control back to where she wants it to be. As Kemp hits that one up, heading towards left field, and it got past the second shortstop. Couldn't pull it in. That's going to score 1. Second one's coming around. It's going to be a play at the plate, and she is safe at the plate. Just some great hustle by Abby Brown to score from first on that one, make it a 4-2 ball game. Looked like the shortstop for the Cougs There's Arissa Santos just was running under it, kind of at an awkward angle, and it just fell right out of her reach. Allowed the runners to score, and now the Thunder right back in this game with now a runner in scoring position. And again, just some great hustle by Abby Brown as she rounded third in a hurry and just slid in around the tag from the catcher, Jess Gang, to score and make it now a 4-2 ball game. Now coming up for the plate for the Thunder, I believe we got... That first pitch by Campos is going to be low, and that's going to be Kate Welch, I believe, coming into bat for the Thunder, trying to score the runner on second base and make this just a one-run ball game. And that's hit down the third base line, and that's going to be at the lap. We got a rundown here on the line. Just a bit of an awkward scenario there. Kemp tried to get around it. She pulled up at third, then tried to go back but was cut off, tried to go forwards, and just got caught in a rundown and tagged. So Cougars managed to get out of the inning with still a 2-run lead intact, but some good hits there by Wheaton to finally get some runs on the board and make it a 4-2 ball game. And as the two teams take a quick break, we'll also take a break here on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back here on the Cougar Sports Network. Apologies for the technical difficulties that allowed us to not be up to date with the last half inning. What you missed was 2 quick outs by the Cougars, a nice double there. A double to get a runner in scoring position, but then a fly out to end the inning. So ultimately, beside an additional one in the hit column for the Cougs, no runs added to the score column. Is now Ashley Schrolin pitching for the Cougs, trying to call it a day here, get 3 outs, and send the fans home happy here in the first top of this doubleheader. Now Olivia Nahorniak batting for the Thunder. She's got a 2-0 count already. Nahorniak, again, the best hitter for Wheaton, as that pitch by Schroll is just going to be a beautiful pitch. Catch the inside, make it a 2-1 count. And again, until that bottom of the sixth, or the top of the 6th inning, that's one's hits right up the middle to the shortstop. Low throw, but it's fielded at first, and that's going to be out number 1. Maya Lorenas kind of had to lean down a little bit. It was a bit of a short throw, but she pulled it in, retired Nohorniak, and now the Cougs are just 2 outs away from picking up the W in the home opener. So now we got number 2, Soleil Weaver, coming to bat for the Thunder. And that one's going to be just a tad bit low. Gang tried to picture frame it, but unfortunately the umpire did not buy, so it'll be a 1-0 count for Weaver. That's going to be a strike. Beautiful pitch by Schroll, making it a 1-1 count with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. That one by Schroll just going to be just a little bit high. Just sort of a little bit. That's going to make this a 2-1 count on Soleil Weaver. She's again just trying to get on base as she guns that one right down the right field line, but it goes straight into the net. Going to make it a 2-2 count. Again, the Thunder weren't able to put any runs on the board until the last inning, where they managed to score 2 and make it. So now if you're the Thunder, if you get 1 runner on base, that means the tying run is at the plate. So Soleil Weaver, she's just hoping that she can be that runner to get on base as she sends another one foul. Trying to stay alive here in her at-bat. Make sure that the Cougs don't get out number 2. Schroll's been a good pitcher for the Cougs so far in the season. Pitched a no-hitter down in Florida. As that pitch is going to be just outside. Again, Gang tried to frame it, but ump did not buy. So we got a full count here on Soleil Weaver. And that's hit up the middle to the shortstop, fielded, thrown to first for the out. And that's going to be 2 away here. So it was hit to Arissa Santos, who just threw it nice and easily to Maya Lorenas. And now, as the Cougs are 1 out away from victory, it should be noted if the Cougs beat Wheaton here today, it'll be their 3rd win against Wheaton overall. It'll be their first home win against Wheaton since March 17th, 2012. That's strike number 1 for the Cougs against number 24, Abby Whitehead. Whitehead is the 2nd best hitter for the Thunder behind Nohorniak. She's just hoping to keep the day alive. And that's strike number 2, just back-to-back beautiful pitches by Schroll. Now the Cougs 1 strike away from victory. That one's hit towards center field. Tracking it under the sun. It's caught by the center fielder. That's going to be out number 3. The Cougars pick up the win in the first game of this doubleheader. They take it 4-2 over the Wheaton College Thunder. You had 3 1/3 innings pitched by Morgan Hofek. Then you would have been 3 2/3 innings pitched by Alyssa Campos. And then Ashley Schroll came in to take care of business in the 7th inning. And the Cougs again taking game 1 4-2 over the Thunder. They had 9 hits to the Thunder 6 and only 1 error to the Thunder's 2. So as the two teams take a break to prepare for the latter half of this doubleheader, we're going to take a break here on the Cougar Sports Network. But don't go anywhere because we have the second half of this doubleheader coming right up.